My introduction to Sister Clare Crockett started long before this retreat. Long before these videos, it started with one man, my Uncle Mano. This all began on Saturday, the 3rd of December 2022. I was at home putting up my Christmas tree and my Uncle Emmanuel came in. He looked at me and he said, "I was driving down the Springfield Road and it came to me as clear as day. I have to tell you about Sister Clare Crockett. You need to know her story." He said it with such conviction and clarity. I didn't realise it then, but that moment has changed everything. From that first encounter, Sister Clare began appearing in my life in ways I couldn't explain. At first, I thought it was a coincidence. It started with prayer cards, candles, pictures, calendars, then her book. All these things found their way to me without me seeking them, or without anyone knowing that I had already made the connection to her story. It was as if God was saying, "This is the path I have for you." Then came Nuala. I met her by chance, or was it? Because she's been a big piece in this puzzle. She introduced me to people in Derry who knew Sister Clare, and through that encounter, I met someone who's as passionate about Clare's story as I am. Friends for life. Every step of this journey feels purposeful, as if it's being guided by something greater. Nuala also, as I said previously, sent me on this retreat. One I hadn't planned for, hadn't paid for, and knew nothing about until I was invited. Nuala's exact words to me were, "I saw this retreat, and as soon as I seen it, I knew you had to go." She said, "I'm a piece in this puzzle, and I know your Uncle Emmanuel would encourage you to go." As soon as she said that, I knew Mano was still guiding me. I feel I was sent on this retreat to meet Megan and Shauna. Because of our brief encounter, I'm going to Madrid. It was meant to be. The funny thing is, I'd already booked those dates off from work long before I knew I was going. Now thinking back to myself, I said, if God wants me to go there, it will happen. And He made it happen. This invitation wasn't just an honour. It was confirmation that every step of this journey, which started with my Uncle Mano, has been divinely orchestrated. Mano was the thread that connected it all. He gave me the gift of Clare. Emmanuel, a man of faith, a witness to God's love, and to me, the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you, Mano. Thank you for your faith, your love, and for setting my heart on fire. I didn't get a time to take a video this morning, but that is the retreat completely finished. Just going for a bit of lunch now and then heading home. And I have to say, this has been a godsend, literally. Absolutely loved every minute of this retreat. I loved meeting everyone that I met. I loved hearing their stories today. I got to meet Sister Clare's best friend Sharon, and just listening to her express the fun they had, the time they had together, how much she missed her and struggled when she left. I was completely in awe, so much so that I was led to tears yet again. I think I've done so much crying this weekend, but happy tears just because I was touched by all the stories. Just reflecting before I go home and finish up on this retreat. We just finished Mass there, and the priest said, the point of this is to go home and basically spread the good news to others. What I'm taking away from this retreat is that to be like Sister Clare, not in a nonsense, although my family do slag me Sister Danny, but to be like her in the sense that we put God first, God above everything. We listen to the call when He calls to be disciples, to be whatever it is you want to call it, but to answer what God calls, to go out, to spread the good news, to do His work, to love God is love. And honestly, when you come to these realizations, something just hits your heart. God fills that hole in our lives that we're all seeking, that we're all searching for. This weekend has taught me that true happiness comes from answering that call. This has been an absolutely amazing retreat. I cannot express how happy I feel going home, and I suppose I feel a lot lighter than I did arriving here. So thank you to Father Stephen, who I met here, who is just something else, and to Termin Bacca and everybody who arranged this retreat. And I advise anybody who can go on one of these retreats to go, jump, take the move. You will not regret it, I swear. And come back to me if you do, because there's not a chance. So I hope that somebody will listen and this will move you to do something outside of your everyday life routine, outside the ordinary. Go and be in your own thoughts, be yourself, and just do something different.
We came outside after about 15 minutes of speaking with a few people, and I'd bumped into Danielle, never met her before in my life, had seen her just during our talk, just got chatting, nothing, maybe a minute or two. Then we walked on down the hall to leave, and Shauna and myself was chatting to Danielle again. Me and Shauna then got into the car, and the both of us, we don't know why did I stay, but just went, there was something just about that girl. And Shauna had mentioned before about why don't we pay it forward and maybe offer somebody the trip to Madrid. Everybody was so good offering everything up for Sister Clare and doing helping us with things. We'll pay it forward and we'll take somebody with Madrid with us. And Shauna went, I think Danielle's the one. Oh, thank God you said that. I was actually thinking the same thing. And it was just so, it was crazy how it happened. We've met other people. We're not saying that anybody else wasn't as deserving or wasn't, but it wasn't that we sat down and had a 3-hour conversation. It was just something about Danielle, and we just knew that she needed to go there, that she needed to be in Madrid. And Shauna doesn't know why, I myself don't know why it was Danielle we chose, but we're very glad we did, and I'm hoping this helps Danielle on her journey that she's on.
As one journey ends, another begins. I am now packing and getting ready to go to Madrid. Just packing my bag, where it all started last time. Packing my bag and getting ready to go. And it is all down to this lady here. 2025 is all about you.